So I just wanted to do another video to show you how you can use the style reference feature when you're creating images. And before I show you that, I just wanted to recommend another like way to find like great inspiration. This book called Spells, so it started as a Kickstarter, but now everyone can order it. I just received my copy a couple days ago. It's an amazing object. It was a little bit of a bummer for me because I'm working on a book and they did it before, but I guess there is like way more opportunities for books around the prompting and AI generation to exist. But I highly recommend you get it. Similar to the Midjourney magazine, you have great selection of prompt. It can really help you like discover new artists, new talent, and the way the structures are prompt. And it's a beautiful object to have on your shelves or on a coffee table. I love the name, like Spells. I think it's really cool to have this like wizardry meaning. And so in one of like the image I found here, I was looking around. I found I do a lot of stuff around insect recently, but I thought this prompt was like pretty cool to kind of like helping generating like a quartz, pink quartz version of scarab. And so if I, this is like what the prompt looks like. Pretty straightforward, interesting composition, beautiful image here. We can just like upscale it quickly to see how it goes. But then let's say now I have this concept and I want to create like a samurai helmet in like a pink quartz. So let's say if I start just like prompting without necessarily this reference, but just because I saw that and I saw it was cool. Samurai helmet made out of pink quartz on a black background. Then let's put it 4:5 ratio. So it will start generating the content. It's probably going to be like cool already. But as you can see, it's like, this is actually really cool. But it's not necessarily like taking in consideration like the more, I would say, like minimalistic way of this image. This is like the part that I really like here. This is really cool, but this is like actually like a little bit more crazy with like all the quartz coming up, so it doesn't look like if it was carved into the quartz. So we can use this one as a reference. So we're gonna use it. And so it's in reference, and then we're going to do it again. Samurai helmet made out of pink quartz on a black background. So let's see what's going to happen. So the image is loading. Oh, I didn't specify the weight, so I'm going to use it again. Then I'm going to add SW20. But as you can see, there is like a couple of things going on here that are interesting. Like the first one is like obviously the textures, the color is like matching with like the references image is like way more cleaner. And here I'm not making a judgment about is it cooler than that. It's like that's not really the purpose, because actually I could use like this as a reference or this one, like no matter which direction you want to choose. But here again is like what is interesting is like you can like run it like multiple times. Kind of like seeing what works best. But then we have this like scarab here, and then we can pick another one. I kind of like really like this vibe here. Like here, there are kind of like misfits, like too many things going on. It's generating like different things that kind of like fits more the references. These are like pretty cool. We can like try to add minimalistic design, clean surface. And so that was just like a quick example to show you that like when you're working on like object, if you want to like create stuff that kind of like works and blends more together, you can do that. If we take like the exact same, but like we want to like experiment with this version, let's put it here. And then a samurai helmet on a black background. So here is starting to have like very interesting stuff, kind of like this one. And then here, as you can see, I just switched the reference, and then obviously like now the color and the reflection are, you know, like similar to like the first Scarab. And as you can see, I didn't even like specify the material and the quartz, and just like putting straight the reference images and then the samurai helmet on a black background, and then it's starting to like generating something that you know, like works very well with the reference. So that was just to give you like another example about how you can play around and use this style reference to create either more cohesive look, or in this case I generate the image and I use what I have in Midjourney, but that works as well if you use like any sort of references. So that just like for you a way to kind of like explore, especially if you're working around like product installation and you want to try like different material, different render. There is really like no limit in like what you can do, and as I just show you, tweaking your prompt, you know, changing some like variable message and everything can have an impact. And then of course, the higher the weight of the style reference will be, the less your prompt will have an impact. But that's it. Have fun. I think you should like try to experiment with that. Like I'm gonna put attached to this video a couple of like texture images that you can just like drag and drop and play around as style references, and develop like different style of object to being able to see like what you can do with it. I hope that's helpful. See you in the next video.